Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here at LP Training in Stratford and I'm joined by Sam Mercer from Plantforce. Sam, the last time we were talking about Connected Site on one of my podcasts, in fact, and you were saying to me, Peter, don't worry, I'm going to invite you to an example of the Connected Worksite, and here we are today, folks. You've set it all up and it's for the Futureworx show, going live from this site into the show 30th, 31st of March. This is fantastic to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, the concept was something we were really excited about, and being able to actually bring it together is phenomenal. You know, and it's going to be hopefully a great show for everyone to come and have a look at.
The Futureworx show is all about demonstrating the future, and I've got a sneak peek today of how you're going to achieve that. You've teamed up with a team at MachineMax over here that's literally connecting all of your devices together, not just on this site, but many other Plantforce sites. How has that worked, and why have you gone for that relationship?
Well, it's really important that, you know, we're a large company that's spread across lots of OEMs and brands, so being able to see them on one single platform is very, very important. It's what the customers need as well to maximise efficiency on site, and it ties in with other aspects of the business as well. So, you know, MachineMax is a really good partnership for us, and it's very beneficial for our customers.
Now, I'm going to be talking to one of the MachineMax team here to explain actually how the technology works. But fundamentally, you've got a device on every machine and they're all talking to you in a central dashboard platform. How's that transformed your process, and how's that allowing us to do this connected site?
Yeah, so they've either got a device fitted to the machine, or they're extracting the information directly from the OEM tracker system. That's all held on one platform, so we can filter that by customer, by site, by OEM, by brand. It helps in efficiency in, you know, preventative maintenance and servicing, and then on the side of, you know, CO2 emissions and idle time, you know, that can be filtered down into the client's needs, really, so that they can make sure that all the plant they have on site today is working as efficiently as possible.
So you'll hear behind us, folks, that there is a lot of stuff working efficiently behind us and making this site ready to rumble in March. But Sam, the other thing I wanted to pick up on is that emissions piece. We are now on the road to net zero. You know, I've been talking to National Highways, people from HS2 and other contractors all want to take that journey, but it's a journey that takes a journey of its own, isn't it? We're on that road, you're now collecting that information, and you can deliver that back to them almost in real time, can't you?
Yeah, no, it's you know, everything's there at their fingertips for that, and you know, and with the change of red to white diesel as well, you know, fuel efficiency is going to be absolutely paramount from the 1st of April. So, you know, all the information they need is there for them to best use it. And you know, with the net zero coming in, you know, that's really going to drive this type of system, and also new technologies like the hybrids and the electric drives as well. So, you know, it's going to be a really interesting time.
And I'm sure that Plantforce at some point you'll be electrifying some of your fleet as well. I know we're talking about big infrastructure here on site, but the other thing that we're talking about there is how technologies come together. And what's really important today is you've got not just the MachineMax team monitoring everything and helping people to understand how the use of that machine, the fuel burn for that particular trench or hole. You've also got machine control technology, which you've been using for a long time now, and I've reported on your semi-automatics machine before, but that's part of the connectivity, isn't it? And that's the really important part as well.
Yeah, you know, just behind us we've got both a Leica and Trimble machine working, both with tilt rotators, both semi-automatic. The 130 Cabelco is also semi-automatic with tilt rotator. You know, we were a very early adapter on technology, on the digital technology, and still are. You know, we really push that hard. We believe that that's, you know, one of the biggest efficiencies out there, and we're trying to bring the industry on in that sense, and help people not just by supplying machines, but also with training and trained operators and competent operators. You know, we're really trying to push the envelope on what can be achieved on site.
And that's the important part, because we talk about technology all the time. Technology is an enabler, folks. You know, machine control is a tool for people to use. But this is why I started this conversation with LP Training, because we're at a training site here that's not only got the very latest equipment of yours that you could be using on site, but you're actually using here to train people, but it's also got a machine control simulator area that you've invested in as well. That's really important, because there's no point in having technology if you get onto a machine and you don't even know how to turn it on, you don't know how to download the models, you don't know how it works, and you know, that's not supporting your operators, is it? So the training part is so important, isn't it?
It is, and it's important that you do it from day one.
Yeah.
You know, we start here. This could be someone's first ever time in a machine. You know, and it's not going to feel foreign that if it's got an offside and rear camera system, or a 360 camera, or an Xwatch, or a Trimble screen, or a Leica screen. You know, that's going to feel normal to them, and that's how it should be, because you know we can't train people on machines that they're not going to use when they actually get to site. So we're training them on the very best equipment and making them familiar with every aspect of technology that they might come across when they go on site. Which, you know, as an apprentice or a new starter or trainee into the industry, it's comforting. It gives them something else just than that ticket that actually, you know, makes them feel valid and you know, responsible, like they should be there. You know.
And I think what's really important about this, and we've left it to last, but actually is the most important thing, Sam, is safety. You know, when we are protecting people on site with the latest sort of Xwatch, and I know you've got FTC Group as well, that you're using their technology. When you do that, you fundamentally do two things. You protect the people around the plant and the people-plant interface, which you've reduced because you're using machine control anyway. But also there's a comfort for that new operator, for that novice, and even for the experienced operators to know they can concentrate on looking in front, so that anything else is happening around them, they're alerted to it, other people are alerted to it. And I've noticed with the Xwatch system, which is, I've already reported on that, folks, you've actually got that personal alert device that now integrates with the Leica machine control tablet. So you've not got clutter all in the cab as well. So it's really important. That safety thing is really technology driven now, isn't it? But it's honed, and it's for people that have been on and in the cab to go, well, I want that.
Yeah.
And it protects me, and it also protects people around it. That's really important for you, isn't it?
Massively so. You know, we are. I think we found ourselves as a kind of go-to company really for technology and safety systems. People come to us, we trial them, we take them to market, you know, and see how they get on. And you know, like you said about the FTC and the Xwatch systems, yeah, you know, they are what's going to save lives. You know, the statistics are still not great in construction on, you know, plant-on-plant strikes and PPI and people-plant interface. You know, there is issues around there. You know, so we really have to make sure that we give everybody the very best chance of staying safe on site. And some of these systems are absolutely fantastic, but again, they've got to know how to use them. They've got to be comfortable with them. They've got to know when they're not working, you know, how to do the daily checks on them to make sure that, you know, this system they're relying on is working appropriately. So, you know, it all comes back down to training, but yeah, we've got some fantastic technology available to us.
And what's really important as well, folks, is things do go wrong, unfortunately. So you've got that technical backup as well from the team, but also I know you're working very closely with MachineMax to develop new ways in which they can help you identify problems as soon as they're happening. So real-time monitoring. If something happens to this machine, if we're seeing idle times because maybe, you know, there's a problem on site where this machine might have been broken down, for example, we've got a train of ADTs waiting, you can react, you can reduce that carbon, that fuel burn, that idle time, you do all sorts of things, don't you? And what I'm really excited about with that, folks, as you can tell, is it's all about reducing carbon and helping the environment and digging stuff once and well. It's just so exciting, isn't it? This connected worksite you've got here.
It is, you know, like you said, doing it first time right.
So Sam, it's been great to come down here. I know I'm going to be talking to the team again at Plantforce, live at Plantforce, stand on there for Futureworx this 30th and 31st of March. You are going to beam into this site, show people live all the stats, all the data, and all the wonderful operators digging the various different structures that you can only do by using 3D machine control as well. And the MachineMax team that I'm going to be speaking to later on today, they are going to be with me explaining what the data's all about, Sam, because I'm a novice with that, but there's a dashboard that can probably tell me. Thanks very much.
All right.